Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a quick review of the Skiff Drifter. One of the first models they ever came out with. This one's even actually model number 43 of Drifter, of the Drifter model. So it's pretty early on. So there's some key things that this doesn't have that the newer one has. Particular lock bar insert, which I think is very minute, but actually, to be frank, that's the main difference between the new ones and old ones. But I don't really care for that. It's not that I don't like it, it's that it's not necessary, I don't think. Anyways, that's besides what, it's a personal preference, I think. Some people might agree, some people might not. Either way, please like the video, please subscribe, please follow Instagram and like the Facebook page. Alright, so the Skiff Drifter with a blue, kind of almost a dark, shiny blue anodization with a zirconium backspacer, clip, and pivot collar. Super clean blade there. And really solid action. So let's do some size comparisons. Let's do some obvious ones. Everybody knows the 940. Very, very similar size. I think it's a pretty good size comparison if you're not familiar with a skiff or engine or the drifter. And here is the Shaman. There we go. Let's do the Strider S&G. Same size as could be your Enduro XM18, 3.5 inch. So this kind of gives you a comparison on that front too. And here's something that I think is a pretty reasonable size comparison. And that is the Holt Renegade. Very similar sizes. Now here's something I said, or at least was in the caption of the or description of the unboxing of the Drifter, which was that it was comparable, or it was at a similar level of craftsmanship as the Holt. And some people are like, I don't know about that, and that's completely fair. Here's the thing I kind of thought about through it multiple times, is that these guys aren't the same, like a building, let's just say that. Each level has multiple people obviously on the level, but they're all different skill level. None of them are the same. So these may be in the same category or same tier of knife, but this is a completely different skill level involved in this than in this. Just flat out going to be honest with you. This in every aspect is in a different league. Same level, different league. That makes sense. So they may be on the same level or tier, but this is in a different league on that tier. Kind of hard to explain that. I don't know if that makes sense, but they are not quite the same. Does that mean this is bad? No. This is extremely high quality. Really, really well done. In almost every aspect. Has a great action. Overall. I mean, great attention to detail. The milling is pretty darn nice, that's for sure. The blade finish is also really nice. That's like really, really nice. Smooth action. We are centered, by the way. The one thing that you should know is zirconium clips are interesting because zirconium isn't the best material for clips, to say the least. It's nice, it's different, but if it gets caught and like snagged at all, it'll probably ruin the clip. So gotta just be careful about that. Where titanium clips, you can often like have them clip and then they get snagged and still be fine, or they can snag and slightly bend and then you can bend them back. Zirconium won't act quite the same, but you know, that's nonetheless, not every drifter or skiff has a zirconium clip. It just happens to be this one in particular. No, but like there's something about this that is unique. The blade shape is unique. It's different, but also very something you should know. Warncliffe kind of feel to it. And we're all somewhat familiar with Warncliffe blades. If you didn't notice, I did wipe off the blade. That is one thing. If you're super OCD about the finish, fingerprints and everything, we'll get on that. I am not wearing gloves because I feel like that's silly. You should be able to see both what it looks like without me touching it, which is the intro, which is what you saw at the beginning. You saw both sides of it without me really touching the handles, the scales. And now you're seeing how it reacts to me gripping it, touching it, and whatnot. And that way you can get an idea of how it will look when you put your fingers on it. Because if you don't put your fingers on your knives, that's kind of odd to me. But yeah, no, there's a lot of intricate milling work from the zirconium pivot collar to the titanium here. Very, very smooth. Same here. And just little details on this guy right here. Just little tiny details on the pivot. It's hard to capture everything on this because it is, if you didn't notice, it's very reflective. Which some people may like, some people may dislike. But at the end of the day, I would have this one simple thing to say. If you like Holt and you like Grimsmo and you like Koenig, you should look into getting a skiff. It's solid. They're quality, absolutely. Like, you will not be upset in any form, in any capacity at all. Ergonomically, great. But this is definitely a good, very good user knife, just because of how the blade is shaped, the ergonomics. It would really work really well in most scenarios to use it. Simple draw cut, push cut, it would all work really, really well. I've had no issues with this knife at all since I've carried it. No issues using it, no issues cutting with it, no issues at all, no issues with the action or with no play. But again, this is not a new model. This is not a new release of this model. This is definitely older, and as you can see, even without the insert, this is pretty early on, especially with this being 43. No, sorry, misspoke. 48 still. 48. That's still pretty early. 6 off from 42, but you know, almost there. So close. But no, I like this a lot. I really, really like the look of it. But there's something about this that isn't quite selling me. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna be completely honest. There's something about it that isn't selling me as much as the Renegade. And maybe it is just the ergos, maybe? I don't really know. But I think one in particular thing that this does not sell me on is the position of the blade in your hand when you grip it. Here, from here on, the blade is below my actual hand, right? So it makes it easier to cut things. So to be able to push down and cut. You don't have to worry about your hand hitting the table first. Here, as you can tell, right there, definitely not the same. So your hand will hit the table before you have a cut. That might be part of it. And I honestly think there are things in my collection that I like more overall than the Drifter. Oh no, but don't get me wrong, I like the Drifter a lot. It is super high quality in every aspect. But I think there's just some things that are just slightly above it and more well-rounded. Yeah. But yeah, if you like Holt, if you like Koenig, if you like Grimsmo, if you like that kind of caliber of knife, this is one you should definitely get. It's in that caliber. It's on that level. It may not be the same league as a Holt, but it is really there. In fact, I would say that you're probably going to get a better experience with newer skiffs than older skiffs. It's just how that works. Things evolve, things get better over time. And some people may think that the skiffs are higher quality than Holt, and that is totally fine. It is one thing that this community is great at having is opinions, and it's okay to have a different opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. But besides the point, in my humble opinion, if you just look at the straight details, this is higher quality than this. Though this is also pretty early on. This is number 2 out of the Renegades, so it's pretty early. But yeah, no. This is really, really nice. High attention to detail. And you won't be upset with this at all. You won't be disappointed. But yeah. this is definitely more of a show and tell, because there's not much I can say about it, because it is a great knife, just flat out. There's nothing negative really about it that I can say. The only negative was this, just the design of that. But other than that, like, there's a great action. It's super smooth. You can just kind of lightly wiggle it and it'll just fall. It's not your drop shut, which some people may not like. The firing is pretty awesome and pretty great. You will not be upset about that at all. It's super compact compared to most things. It's just as compact as the Renegade. Maybe slightly more, actually. But yeah, I highly recommend this if you're in that boat of Holt, Grimm's Moe, Koenig. You can't go wrong with a Skiff, period. Whether it's a Drifter or any of their other models, would 100% recommend. Super high quality. Well, that's really, all I have. I would definitely recommend it. I don't have any negatives to it, really, honestly. It just kind of, does this appeal to you? Like, does this level of craftsmanship appeal to you? Does this style appeal to you? Does the finish appeal to you? Does the level of, does the clip appeal to you? Very good clip, by the way. A little long in some people's opinions, but it functions quite well, actually. But if you just like this kind of detail and you like this look, 100% go after one. They're unique. Every single one of their models is unique. Would 100% recommend this. It is a mid-tech, by the way. Borderline custom, but definitely mid-tech. But yeah, this is a highly recommendable blade to get in your collection. That's going to be it for this one. Please like the video, please subscribe, please follow the Instagram and like the Facebook page. And I'll see you guys in the next video.